Nothing more important to us than family. Family is what we call y'all cousins and kin folks. You're all a part of the Swagu and Perk family. So we want to invite you to our first ever Swagu and Perk live show, aka Family Reunion of Sports.
You heard what he said. That's right, live, July the 13th in the H-Town at the Rustic downtown, Houston, Texas. July the 13th is going down. Swagu and Perk podcast is live in effect. We live and well, and it's going down at the Rustic in the H-Town.
Grab your tickets, y'all. We gonna have some swag bags for y'all, free food, valet parking. For all the details and tickets, it is bit.ly/SwaguPerk22, all lowercase. There go your details. Go to their website, all lowercase. Don't put nothing in the uppercase. And then tweet me and Perk talking about, y'all, I couldn't get no tickets. I couldn't make it.
I'm going to make sure it's sold out.
H-Town is going down.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is. Hey, Swag, I miss you, dog. I've been all around the world. I've been traveling. Look, you know how you you know how you went on your NFL tour when you was killing it in the postseason, then you had the draft. Well, damn it, I'm here right now, okay? Brother. And I feel just like you. I'm telling you, everywhere I go, I think about you because I'm a celebrity. Hey, but I'm
so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you. I watch all the coverage. I watch all the conversations. I watch you go back and forth during the finals. I saw you getting in the beef. I saw you showing love. I saw the kids celebrating you. I'm so proud of you. Go ahead. I just want to say that.
But I appreciate you, bro. And you know I love you. But guess what? I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired. I got you know you have one of these stretches, right? I'm tired. Hey, bro, I'm so tired. I'm talking about going from Boston to San Francisco, back to Boston, back to San Francisco, to Houston, to Boston, to Miami. Like all that traveling was going on, man. I'm telling you, and look, I lost a bag, I lost suits, but you know what? I'm here. And the brand is alive and well. Listen,
on the serious note, bro. On the serious note, I want to let you know, man. I'll be praying for you, bro. I'll be praying for all that traveling, just for your health and safety. I'll be keeping you lifted up. Just know that.
And I know you do. I know you do, because that's what big brothers do. You know what I'm saying? That's what big brothers do. Them
praying families, man. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Listen, I know you got a lot to say, and I've been wanting to hear it, okay? There's been a lot going on in the basketball world. First of all, let me say that I'm sorry to our cousins and kin folks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because we've been MIA for about 3 weeks now.
Yep.
3 weks. And it's solely because of me.
You ain't been home for 3 weeks.
I haven't been home. Shout out to Parker, Andrea, Dan, for holding us down, you know what I'm saying? But we back now. We back. And look,
we ain't gonna act like Dan wasn't pissed off. Our producer, y'all. Yeah, I can't wait for y'all to first of all, Dan, Parker, and Andrea, I can't wait for y'all to meet them cousins and kin folks, because me and Perk be putting them in a spin cycle.
We do. And we know he be turning red.
He be mad. I know he be mad.
But it's all good.
We love you, Dan, but he be mad. We sorry too.
Hey,
but
look,
we not.
hey, Swag, check this out. It's been a lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? And you know us, you know we like to be messy, okay?
Get into
and
the
we got to get straight into it. Hot tea. Look, we're going to start off first. I know the Golden State Warriors won the championship. I've been watching Draymond go at it with a lot of people. Hell, me and him had a little back and forth or whatever. Throughout the postseason. He's still out there shooting slugs. We'll address him. The Warriors are really showing their ass right now, and rightfully so. They won. Let them have their moment. But you know what? I don't mind people clapping back at them, because, you know, that's what it's all about. Yeah. It's okay. But look, we got to start off what's going on where I'm at right now in the NY with this Brooklyn situation and Kyrie Irving. So to the people out there, all right, I'm gonna let you have the floor because I want to hear you. But let me break down what's happening. All right. the ownership group and the organization of the Brooklyn Nets has had enough with Kyrie Irving. And not saying that they don't want to sign him back. They just don't want to give him a long-term extension worth a lot of money, okay? Because they don't know what he's thinking at times or his availability, and rightfully so. They have the right to feel that way. But on the other hand, Kyrie Irving is saying, I'm box office, and when I do show up, I'm showing up to work and I'm selling out tickets, and I got leverage. Not only do I have leverage for as my talent, I have leverage because Kevin Durant has my back 110%.
There you go. That's the real one. That's
the real leverage. So the Brooklyn Nets has granted basically Kyrie Irving to go out there and test the free agent market and say, hey, you know what? Go see what you could get. So from what I already heard, the Lakers and the Knicks are two of the ones that's quote unquote that's gonna be knocking at his front door. That's what I heard. But I also am hearing that if the Brooklyn Nets don't sign Kyrie Irving, okay, that they're going to lose Kevin Durant, that he's going to demand a trade and get the hell up out of there. And I don't blame him.
Why? Tell me why, though. Tell me why you don't blame him. Is it an organizational thing? Tell me why you don't blame him for wanting to get out of there.
Well, for the simple fact is this, though, Swag. He went there, right? This was him and Kyrie going to Brooklyn to do it together.
Right.
KD then rode with Kyrie through everything, through trading Jared Allen, starting DeAndre Jordan over Jared Allen at one period of time, signing DeAndre Jordan to a 4-year, $40 million contract, trading Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, and some picks for James Harden. James Harden wanted out because he didn't see eye to eye with Kyrie Irving. KD still stood by Kyrie. Now, listen, here's why I'm with KD just a little bit.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Just a little bit. We take last season, right? And we was like, oh, Kyrie, man, he didn't want to get vaccinated. A lot of people were saying that, you know, he was being selfish and everything to that nature. But the fact of the matter was that mandate for the vaccine was a stupid-ass rule, bro.
It was.
Okay, so he wasn't the only person in the NBA that wasn't vaccinated.
Right.
So what happened was because of the rule affecting him, because he lived in New York, was unfair. Because guess what? We saw that in Matisse Thybulle.
Yep.
He wasn't vaccinated when it hit the fan, when they had to play the Raptors. And guess what? They had a few players on the Celtics that wasn't vaccinated as well.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, players that were non-vaccinated could come and play in the Barclays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was stupid. So last year, I can't really hold that against Kyrie because I can't tell a man, or we can't tell a man
100%
what he should do with his body and how and what his beliefs are.
And that's what we've been on. That's what
we've been on that.
Yeah.
So KD is saying is that I got him. Basically, KD is telling them without really saying it is that he's going to show up.
Right.
Okay. And I want to be here, and I'm here because of Kyrie. I just want to hear what you got to say about it. Like, I don't want to dive into it. I want to hear what you have to say about it and how you feel about it.
Man, you know, it's tough for me, man, because I'm with you on the vaccination stuff. Like, I felt like that was a situation that was out of Kyrie's hands. But ultimately, we also had conversations about Kyrie before the vaccine and how much time he missed and why he missed certain time and trying to stop guys from going to the bubble. With him not wanting to go to the bubble. So it wasn't like that's the hard part that you face because you're trying to figure out if Kyrie is going to fully commit because this is something that he wanted, or is he gonna have, I don't even want to call it episode, I don't know, is he gonna have those times during the NBA season where he just need a reprieve or a break? We don't know that. Right. I ain't gonna go crazy Stephen A and talk about this is what Kyrie gonna do or but what Kyrie has done is shown us that he not gonna be available a lot, regardless of a vaccine. Like this, I want to be clear when I say this. Kyrie was missing significant time before the vaccine mandate.
Hey, yep.
Like that was
you. Let me stop you. Let me
okay.
stop you. I got a new slogan for us. Our opinion changes based on facts. Okay, I just had to slide that in because you're right. You're right. I mean, that was facts.
That's important for context.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question. I'm all for KD riding for Kyrie. They seem like they partners. Seem like KD want to have his back. And it may be a situation where KD knows that Kyrie needs me in some kind of capacity, and I ain't gonna turn my back on him regardless of some irrational decisions that he make. Now, at the same time, I hope KD is being man enough to challenge Kyrie on things that are within his control that may be hindering them from having an opportunity to win a championship. Because there's two things I know about Kevin Durant. All right. He's one of the greatest basketball players ever. And KD will hoop in the middle of a snowstorm in the coldest region in the world.
With no tennis shoes on.
Because he a hooper. He's a hooper. Right?
Yes, sir.
But here's my issue, Perk, and you close to this, these guys or whatever. Man, I need KD to lead. I need KD. I don't need KD saying, if y'all don't re-sign Kyrie, I need KD to tell Kyrie, hey, re-sign with Brooklyn so we can go win a championship. Regardless of, even if you opt in, I think he's going to make, 37 this year?
Yeah.
Even if he don't do the Supermax deal, he opt in, he'll make $37 million on top of what he's been making. I ain't trying to count his pockets, but if it's worth it to Kyrie to try to see this thing through, because KD has rolled for him, if you want to show outside of the vaccine mandate, that ain't got nothing to do with you being loyal to KD or to the Brooklyn Nets. You don't want to put nothing in your body that you don't feel comfortable with. It ain't no conversation after that. All right. But in this particular situation, with all things being open, you having the opportunity to play, I want KD to say, Kyrie, either opt in or do you need me to go to the front office and tell them to give you this Supermax so we can go try to win a championship? To me, that's the first step of leadership that KD need to have. Because this waiting for Kyrie to decide, and I'm a ride with Kyrie, and I'm gonna wait for, bro, you year 16.
Yeah.
Coming up, bro.
Right.
And we know you left Golden State. And this is what I try to reiterate to people all the time. If KD was so secure in his decision to go to Golden State, he'd still be there. Because he got 2 championships. He probably would have 4.
Come on.
Or 5 if he stayed there.
Come on.
So, and I'm not saying this to knock. He left to go get that other part of the legacy story that he needs.
With Kyrie.
And that's to lead a team to a championship. He's going to need Kyrie to do it. KD might have to challenge. It might have to be them hard conversations that a lot of our cousins and kin folks, me and you done had before.
We have.
When you done had to challenge me or I done had to challenge you. Right. We don't do it publicly because we got each other's phone number. But when you see me slipping or I see you slipping, I'm like, hey, little bro, you got to tighten up. Yeah. And you do the same. That's what KD got to do to Kyrie. I don't want to hear this about KD waiting to see what Kyrie gonna do.
Yeah, but Swag, let me ask you this though, big bro. Like you just said, we hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 2-way streak though.
100%.
Like, okay, friends, brothers are a 2-way streak. So as much as Kevin Durant is scratching and having Kyrie Irving's back, when the hell is he gonna return the favor?
When he gonna have KD back?
That's what I'm saying. And stop putting KD in these compromising situations, bro, because it's unfair. And if you're KD, think about this for a second. If you're KD, at what point are you gonna get tired and say, you know what, hey, bro, we still gonna be homies, we still gonna be brothers, but I get it. I cannot, because look, I mean, how much time do KD really?
It's almost like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams.
Yes, but how much time do KD really have to continue to waste his valuable years waiting on Kyrie Irving? Man. You can't get this life back. I'm not saying that Kevin Durant doesn't have another 4 or 5 years of playing high-level basketball and being, quote-unquote, arguably the best player in the world, But at the end of the day, Swag, you cannot take these years for granted.
Can't take them for granted.
So my thing is, I understand KD does have to put his foot down at some extent. But what if he has, though? I don't know this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he has either.
Right, no. But I'm saying, what if Kyrie really just that bullheaded that no one could really talk to him, which is concerning and
that's a whole different conversation within itself.
Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, KD, if you have had these conversations with him and he's acting the way that he's acting, that's a problem in itself.
See, that's why I miss you and I love chopping it up with you, because you giving the other side of it. And for our cousins and kinfolks, what Perk's saying is why Kyrie won't go to KD and say, man, I'm there, I'm all in, let's get it done. I feel you. Now, to the point, like we said about KD, I don't know if Kyrie has done that. It don't feel like that based on what's being reported. But I'm with you on that. Why Kyrie don't go to KD and say, hey, bro, I'm here for 82 games. I don't know if I'm going to play 82 games, but I'm a damn sure play 70.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we going to get this thing right and go win a championship. But go ahead. I'm with you on that.
Well, look, I hope that it works out. And I hope that they both stay in Brooklyn and be able to come together and do what they do. But if they don't, guess what? It ain't going to be the end of the world, because if Kyrie happen to end up with the Lakers, that's going to be great for the league.
Yep.
And if KD go wherever I think he might go, which I think if I'm KD, I either consider, you ready for this? If I'm KD, I'm looking at South Beach.
Oh,
yeah. If I'm KD, I'm looking at South Beach.
Let me blow your mind with one. I'm gonna go into fan mode too. Go down there and do your couple years at New Orleans. You get your chip.
Ooh.
If KD go to New Orleans, he'll get him a chip.
I like that. I like that with Willie Green. I absolutely
two 6'11" wings.
I like that. I like that. But here's the thing. New Orleans gonna have to give up some, and it might be BI.
It might be BI. Yeah,
it might be BI if he do that. So,
but if him and Zion there, that ain't enough.
Yeah, that ain't enough. That ain't enough.
It'll have to be him, BI, and Zion.
Yep, it'll have to be all three of them. Listen,
yeah, that's wishful thinking, because I'm a Pels fan.
I already know.
My boy CJ McCollum already there.
Yeah, I already know. Hey, look. Poor Ben Simmons, God bless his heart. Boy, if KD and Kyrie leave.
KD and Kyrie ain't thinking about Ben.
They ain't thinking about Ben.
They ain't thinking about it.
But look how crazy he would look. You would leave Joel Embiid to be left alone in Brooklyn by yourself. Now, look, you would have the keys, but you would have to do something with it. Let's see if you're a bus driver.
You don't want them keys. That's a Bentley with no motor.
And a Bentley with
no motor. That thing look good.
Straight up.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Straight up, Swag. Hey, look, let me ask you this. There's been a lot going on in the NBA world. Draymond Green has been popping off. And you know what? Look, rightfully so. He won the chip. Look, rightfully so. He won the chip. He could drink his Lobos. He could talk his noise. I get all that, right? But he also has to understand it's a lot of people out here in this world. It's a lot of, former players, current players, people in the media that ain't just about to let Draymond talk to them crazy, and I'm one of them. No. I'm telling you straight up. I'm one of it. We can lip box. We can talk it out. We can scrap it out. You know what Pimp C say? Or you can smell my cologne. Instant Biaki or Bond number 9.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. I want to get your input, and then I'm going to dive into how I feel on certain situations that he's been saying. But I want to get your input on him with the new media and basically acting like in order to get into the media or to be stamped, you have to get, quote unquote, the Draymond Green's approval.
Bro, listen. First of all, big bro, it ain't gonna be no scrapping. That ain't real life. First of all, for you, we too successful for all that. Here's what I'll say. When it comes to Draymond, first of all, you and Draymond go through y'all back and forth. I got respect for Draymond and how he's been able to be in his career and accept this role. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is Draymond fell into the perfect situation with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. He's the perfect player to complement them. I ain't trying to throw no shade on Draymond Green or what he does, but Draymond Green career, and a lot of times it's about where you drafted and the situation you in. But he's had a tremendous amount of success because he's been smart enough to understand what his role needed to be, not to only be a part of a championship team, but also recognize what's around him so he could help his team win. So I give him a lot of love for that, a lot of respect for that, and accepting that role. Here's the thing I got. Here's the problem I got with Draymond, bro.
Talk to me.
When it comes to this new media idea that he has. First of all, I debunked that when I was on First Take the other day. It ain't no new media. Media doing the same thing they've been doing. They talk bad about you when you're bad. They talk good about you. They make up stories. But the problem I'm having with Draymond is, fam, you lumping everybody into this one category that ain't doing something you like or saying things that you like. Draymond, you ain't the czar of media, bro. Like you don't determine who's good at their job and who not. Because guess what? You gonna learn, as me and Perk has learned on television, and we learned on this podcast. A lot of people gonna think everything you do suck, bro. That's the reality of it. And you're going to have some people that ride with you, like our cousins and kin folks that tap in every week. What you trying to get, Draymond, since you the guru on media, I'm going to give you a little game. What you're trying to get is people that don't like you and like you to listen to what you're saying and to have whatever type of response. But then it's like, I saw him do the interview about basketball is a beautiful game, and we talk about basketball, and you don't have to. Bro, we talk about basketball every day. When it's basketball season, I've watched you talk about the game of basketball every day. But we also give opinions about things around the game of basketball. And happenings around the game of basketball. That's literally what we're supposed to do. You and I are not reporters. We don't have microphones where we go up to somebody and ask them for quotes. Right. We give opinions after the story come out.
Come on.
After something is said, after something is done, after we watch the game, we give opinions about it. And then here's the other thing, and I'm going to give you the mic back. This whole idea that Draymond thought when he was struggling in the finals that people wouldn't bring up he was doing a podcast after games is asinine to me. I played for the Dallas Cowboys. Tony Romo took a trip a week before we had a playoff game and didn't play well in that playoff game and got crucified. Do you remember Odell Beckham Jr. and the boat crew with the New York Giants?
Yeah.
That was on their own time. They wasn't even playing the game. And when they got back and they played poorly in the playoff game, you know what the first stories was?
What was it?
They played bad because they were on a boat.
That's
a week before. Now, nobody agreed with that. I was pissed off when they did it to Romo. I was pissed off that they did it with OBJ. And I was mad that they brought it up with Draymond. But why, Draymond, would you think they wouldn't bring that up? Have you not been paying attention?
Right.
Like your new media mind is making you not realize that what's happening to you has happened to a lot of players, has happened to majority of players that have a profile that people pay attention to. So, like, let's disband this whole idea that Draymond Green is going to set the standard for what media should be and how people should go about their job. I got respect for Draymond Green, his podcast, the work that he's doing, tremendous player, has done phenomenal things. But we ain't about to let you tell us what the media should be, dog. Like that's a major pause.
No, that's all the way a major pause. And so let me address this, right? You have two type of people in this world, right? You have followers and you have leaders. In the Perkins household, where I have 3 boys, I'm teaching these young men how to be leaders.
Yes, sir.
How to You know what? If you see a group of guys or your friends doing this and you know better, how about leading instead of following the crowd? See,
100%.
I don't have no problem with him, quote unquote, saying the new media and all that. Hey, man, do it your way. But you know what?
Please do it your way.
I don't have to be a part of it. And I don't want to be a part of it. And I don't need your acceptance to be to be in the media, because guess what? I'm beloved, okay? I'm really loved, okay? And here's the thing. The thing is my whole thing is when I look at this media situation, Swag, okay, I look at this and everybody have their lane and everybody do what they do, how they do it. This is why you be successful in the media. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ask you to go be our brother Dan Orlovsky. And I'm not going to ask Dan Orlovsky to be Marcus Spears.
Nope,
you know why? Because
that's your quickest way out of the business.
Yeah, because see, that's the quickest way is when you try to come on here and be somebody that you're not. Okay, be you. Be Marcus Spears, who I know to come on and go bring that charisma, go bring those bars, go drop that knowledge, and go bring fun and entertainment, okay?
We in the entertainment business.
We're in the entertainment business.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing. I'm following my brother Swagu League. That's who I look up to. I also take a little bit of piece from Stephen A. here and there.
Yeah.
I also may say, you know what? I like that bar that Shannon Sharp dropped. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Be who you are. And so when I look at a guy like our brother like JJ Redick is big in analytics and numbers. I'm not. I'm just, he want to break it down where he want to break down numbers, 85 points per 100 possessions and things of that nature. And I actually love it because he brings something new to the game as a former player.
Place for that.
Guess what? Me personally, I want to be that guy that's like you in the barbershop. When 100%. Perk go on there, I'm going to hear the 100% real. He's not going to say a word that I got to go look up in the dictionary to understand what he's trying to break down. I'm not going to just use all basketball terms, because a lot of people in the world that's out there in the hoods that we grew up in, they don't know what PER mean.
Nope.
They don't. When you just shoot out 50, 40, 90, they don't know what that means. They know one dribble pull-ups. They know he got into his bag. They know that this guy blew a defensive assignment. Like, I don't never come out of my element, but I could go on there and really teach about a weak side, how to X out and communicate, or when a guy driving help, that's the opposite guard job to sink and feel on the big who's on a dunker spot and things to that nature. Or when you switch in a pick and roll, you got to push up to switch it and then switch under so a guy can't slip the pick and roll. I don't have that much time.
No.
I don't have that much time.
And first of all, there's a place for that.
It is a place, but it's not
what we do on the daily. That ain't what we doing.
That ain't what we doing. I just I just don't want people to get it messed up that you need his approval to be in the media or to be stamped or to be valid. No,
bro, fam.
No,
bro. You can go on YouTube and learn all that.
I know that, but I'm just telling you straight up.
No, I'm thinking about why you saying it. I'm like, bro, like the whole idea, the one thing that got me and Draymond sideways, not in real life, but with this particular situation, is that what I don't like, bro, and you have faced this because me and you have had these conversations, and I've faced it when I first started in TV. We did first for me, it was you got a Southern draw, so you talk too slow. That ain't gonna ever be mainstream. These are things that I heard. These ain't stuff. This ain't nothing that a figment of my imagination. Well, you're not ready for that level yet. National audience got to be able to keep up. Listen, man, we and here at ESPN, there were some folks that didn't want it to happen. And I had people that wrote for me and was like, yo, this is, we gonna give him this platform and see what he do with it. All right. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, though, if you and I stop doing ESPN and we stop doing Swagu Perk podcast, guess what we'll do? We'll get on the phone for an hour and a half like we do, and we'll talk about the tea. We'll talk about basketball. We'll talk about football. We would do that anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we do on television. That's what we do on Swagu and Perk. That's why people relate. The number one thing that people ask me about when we out and about, or when I'm out and about, one, when you and Swagu and Perk, when you and Perk dropping another podcast. And the other thing is, man, I just appreciate the way you deliver, because we understand that.
We understand it.
Like,
and here's another thing, right? Predictions is like gambling. Let me get that out the way. You don't have no control on what another man or a group of guys on the team, how they're going to perform that night. All you could do is just go based on the eye test, period, point blank. You go get predictions wrong, right? You go predict the series, you may predict the NFL game. And to be honest, at times you want to be wrong. Like, it's easy to pick certain teams that you think, oh, they have the better team, they should win. And then the underdogs win, and then all of a sudden you like, man, I'm going to give them their props. Yeah. But it's great for the game. But here's the thing. I'm not going to harp too much on it.
We'll be billionaires in Vegas if we knew every outcome to every game.
But listen, facts. I'm not going to harp too much on it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, do it your way. Do it your way. But I'm telling you this, my advice to everybody that's coming up in the media, and you could tell me if you agree or not. Well, you do agree because you just said it. If you come in here and you try to be something that you're not going to last long. So if you want to come into the media, my advice from Big Perk, a guy that never went to media classes while I was playing, a guy that just happened to come into it and all of a sudden a lot of people gravitated to who I was and how authentic I was and how unfiltered I was. All of a sudden things are going well. And I'm saying that in the humblest way. Yeah. Like I'm not even playing around no more.
Right.
Don't come into this trying to be somebody that you're not, because your career is going to be short.
It's going to be short.
We move on. We move. We don't give people that much attention.
We got a lot of time. Draymond, keep doing your thing, man. Shout out to you.
Real talk. And look, by the way, celebrate. Because the next topic I want to dive into is that I saw him and Young Ja getting into a beef. Klay Thompson comments about Jaren Jackson Jr., saying strength in numbers, went revisit a tweet that Jaren Jackson Jr. said a long time ago. But I like it. I want to get your input. I like it for a few reasons. I like it because, one, Klay Thompson is showing us that, you know what? It's certain. I'm petty, right? I'm petty, and I love that side of Klay. I think it's great for the game of basketball. Yeah. Two, right? If that's what you use for your motivation, I'm okay with that as well. Because you have to have some type of motivation, and sometimes you have to have something that's going to light a matchup under your ass that's going to make you go do what you do. So I'm with that. You got to find it. The only thing that I was disappointed in for us when it came down to Klay comments was him calling Jaren Jackson Jr. a bum.
Yeah.
See,
that's false, because that's a lie.
That's a lie. Yeah. And the thing is, if we go sit up here and we go start critiquing others for calling NBA players bums or busts, we can't do that, dog.
That's the old media.
Yeah, we can't do that.
I'm joking.
But real talk though, Swag, like we can't do that, because for the simple fact we know that in order to get to the NBA or in order to make it to the NFL, it's not one person that's on that field or on that court a bum.
It's the best.
We're talking about the best, bro, the best in the world. But I also like it because Ja Morant is fired up. And I think the Golden State Warriors are going to have a lot of people in the NBA, a lot of teams that's not going to like them, and it's going to make it great for the league. I don't want to see no more friendly stuff. Man, I don't want to see no more let's switch jerseys and take pictures. I want to see some beef. But in between the lines, though.
I'm glad you said that. Because for me, like we keeping receipts. Klay kept receipts. And to your point, bro, like I want to see. So this is basically Golden State is the old guard now. And to me, Memphis is the young guard. That's the young. Like, so now it's about to be this rivalry that's being created between players that can go now.
Yeah.
Ja about to be a superstar. He a superstar already, but Ja about to be in that conversation for being top 5 in the league. He about to start ascending to that conversation. You look at a young team like the Memphis Grizzlies, and in their mind, if Ja playing, we win.
Right.
In their mind, right? Now that could be not true.
No, that's in a lot of people's mind.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is,
we
they didn't get it done. He was injured, so we gonna move. Yeah, it's all speculative. Here's the thing for me though: when you start talking about like what Clay said, what Draymond has said, what Steph has said, Steph I get a lot more because Steph is like, man, I've been doing this for a long time, and y'all still questioning what I'm doing. That's cool. We had to question it because you ain't have a Finals MVP. If you're gonna be in that conversation with, and you are, but you had to get that part of your resume. Just like we talk about KD need to lead a team to a championship. Steph needed that Finals MVP.
Yep.
Not needed in context of who he is overall, but that was another thing he needed to put on his resume from the standpoint of how we talk about it.
Well, again, big bro, to chime in and not to cut you off, but I wanted to break because you made a great point. Our opinions are based on facts. Okay, so when we talk about the facts, the fact of the matter is this. In those finals that the Golden State Warriors played in, whether they won or lost, Steph Curry wasn't the best player in the finals.
Nope.
Okay? Even the time Andre Iguodala won it, LeBron still was the best player in the finals. Yep. Those two that they won with Kevin Durant was the best player in the finals. Okay, then now we go to this year. Steph Curry was the best player in the finals.
He was the best player in the finals.
Opinions change on facts.
And he was the reason they won a championship. Period. Right? Like, we knew what he was capable of. So anyway, going forward, to your point, I can't wait till next year. Not for Memphis. Kawhi and Paul gonna be back.
Ooh.
And then you may meet the Bucks because Middleton may be healthy throughout the entire playoffs.
Talk about it.
Right. So it's a lot of things that are leading up to this NBA. And you know what else I realized, bro?
I'm here.
I remember before the season, we were talking about Brooklyn and LA. I'm gonna tell everybody right now. If KD and Kyrie get this thing right, and the Lakers make the moves that we think they're gonna make, it's gonna be a lot of sheriffs in town. It ain't gonna be that easy.
Oh, you preaching?
It ain't gonna be that easy.
Oh, you preaching?
It for Boston or for Golden State. It ain't gonna be that easy. And
boy, if you could see my leg right now.
That thing, man. and if you think these Suns just gonna go quietly away after how disappointing it was for them not to get there, I can't wait, bro. And then Golden State is sprinkling all of that. I told you so all over the NBA.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be on and popping. It's gonna be on and popping.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
Me either.
With YouTube TV, watch live TV like cable. You can get started in minutes and watch the NBA Finals live on ABC. And without long-term contracts or hidden fees, YouTube TV lets you stay up to date with real-time stats and highlights of your favorite teams. YouTube TV, everything live TV should be. Try it free, new users only. Terms apply, cancel anytime.
We talked the NBA. I'm gonna bring this one in because we're going to my area of expertise. Lamar Jackson, man. First of all, I want to get your opinion on the what do you think about a player of his stature negotiating his own contract? That's number one. And if you Lamar Jackson and you don't have a contract yet, are you going to camp or do you just wait it out until you get your bread?
Well, one, let me say this, okay? I've been a Lamar Jackson fan since Louisville.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, you could go pull up the tweets that I was tweeting about him and everything. I'm telling you that straight up. Here's the thing about Lamar. I love it. Oh. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know why? Because he's him, right? And
unapologetically.
And this is the prime example of never to judge a book by his cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say this. You know why? Because I follow Lamar on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and I think he's one of the most interesting people in the world.
100%.
Right? Like his posts, you could tell it's a lot of thought put into those Instagram posts, his flexing, his drip, things to that nature, his working out, his photos. I don't know what type of phone he got, but I need to get one of those in my photos.
When you Lamar, you got a personal photographer. That's how when me and you really become celebrities, that's when they gonna know. When we have security and personal photographers, we're gonna really be famous.
Yeah, because you know why? Because a lot of people say, look at Lamar and they'll judge him and say, he can't go sit down and negotiate, and he's proving us wrong.
Let's just talk about the reality. The reality is a lot of people don't think he's smart enough to be doing it.
Absolutely. And guess what? He's doing it his way. And on top of that, he's putting in the work. You already know that, but he's being petty about it. And I love it.
You know what brought my mind? You know what that brought my mind to when we said
what?
Oh man, this is so good. You remember when Phil Jackson called LeBron, Mav, and Rich the posse?
The posse, yeah.
They worth $1 billion.
They worth $1 billion. Call them people the posse, each one of them worth $100 million. And Braun worth $1 billion.
$1 billion. Come on, man. Anyway, that just brought my mind. Go ahead. Never judge a book by its cover.
Never. I'm just waiting to see how much he's going to get, what he's going to get guaranteed and all that. And I'm just ready to sit back and post something about Lamar and how proud I am of him. Because guess what? He's handling like a G. He's not, he lashed out a few times on Twitter and stuff like that, but he's not really going back and forth. But he showed up to work. Didn't he show up to
mini camp?
Mini camp.
Yep.
He looked in phenomenal shape.
Yep.
And when he get it done, hey, I'm gonna be the first to talk about it. But
I'm glad you said what you just said, man, because we talk player empowerment and stuff like that, but sometimes player empowerment dumb. Sometimes you got dumb players that just want dumb things to happen, and that ain't empowerment. Empowerment is these type of situations. When you got a Lamar Jackson that's not only bet on himself, because I remember Lamar sitting in that green room forever, waiting on the team to draft him.
Ooh.
All right. Aaron Rodgers did the same thing. So shout out to Aaron Rodgers, sat there forever. And both of them that went in the league and made it happen. Like on their own, doing it their way. Here's what's so impressive about Lamar, man. And I really can't wait until the story is written and the movie is made about how much negativity surrounded that young man when he was coming out of college. Can't play quarterback, need to play wide receiver, ain't never gonna be able to throw the ball. 3 years later, I'm the league MVP player. I'm considered one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and I don't do it the way y'all think I should do it. Now, that doesn't take away from my criticism of Lamar. I talked about it last year. He threw too many damn interceptions last year, bro. Can't do that. Not for $240 million guaranteed. Can't do that.
Right. That's facts.
The other thing is this. When Lamar Jackson got to Baltimore made a decision that we're going to build this offense around what this quarterback is. All right. So I want to give the Ravens a shout out for that, because a lot of people let the man sit in the green room forever because they didn't have him. He didn't look the part. Don't judge a book by its cover as a quarterback. Now we in the situation where Lamar knows outside of me, you got very limited options if you want to win football games. That's where the leverage comes from. Like, but to expound on that, do you remember, did you see the shop when Lamar was on there?
No, I missed that episode.
So he said he looked up to Bron, but he also wanted to be a billionaire. Now, Lamar Jackson right now is in a window where he's going to make 80% of his money in this next 10-year window. Right? We're talking contracts, we're talking endorsement deals, we're talking probably investing in real estate or investing in some kind sports franchise like he hasn't done. It's a blueprint out there to
Mm-hmm.
become a billionaire. And obviously you got to have what it takes to invest properly to get to that point.
Right.
But what's so impressive about him is when Lamar negotiated this contract, he ain't got to pay nobody. He ain't got to pay nobody but Uncle Sam.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he got to pay. So everybody, like, what is he doing?
Before you move on, I want to ask you a question. Okay. How did it come about? And I want you to, like, far as with him representing himself, has it always been that way?
Okay, so initially his mom.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Initially, his mom was going to serve as his agent. I believe that's how it was structured. She was going to be his agent or his manager, right?
Right.
So it's been a family thing from the beginning. And we know Lamar's relationship with his mom.
Yeah, keeping the money in-house.
Yeah, and how close they are. But I think as this, and she's obviously still a part, but as he's understood the business a little bit more, I'm sure he's had some talk to some people that have negotiated their own contracts. And honestly, Perk, like when you negotiate a contract in the NFL, it's got to go to the NFL Players Association to be approved anyway. So that's like another level of protecting the player against some malicious stuff being in the contract that you might have not caught.
Right.
So honestly, it's a lot more simpler to be your own agent than a lot of people think, especially when it comes to the NFL. I don't know the NBA contracts and how, what the process is as far as getting one all the way through until it's signed, sealed, and delivered. But I know in the NFL, our PA checks every contract.
No, it's the same way.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like, to me, I feel like in the NBA and in the NFL, this is just my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you're a guy that's a franchise guy, you really don't need no damn agent to negotiate your contract. Your stuff is set in stone.
Yeah.
You was an MVP of the league and all NBA, or you made all NFL pro team and all that. Man, you don't need nobody to negotiate your contract. The negotiation was for people like myself who's a role player.
Me too.
That needed somebody to go in there, push that ball all the way up. 100%. You know what I mean? But you're a franchise guy, man. You walk in there, you say, "Hey, look, what we talking about here?"
What we talking about? Like to your point, the highest paid quarterback right now, and if you Lamar, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, Deshaun Watson just got $230 million. We don't even know if he's gonna play this year. I need 240.
How much you got?
230 million guaranteed. So Lamar should walk in there and be like, I need 240 guaranteed. Y'all figure out how to structure it. I need to make 120 million the first 2 years. That's it. And then we'll move money, we'll work it out once we start needing to get players and all. We'll figure all of that out. At the end of the day, Lamar Jackson, kudos to you, big homie.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see you get your bread.
Yep.
You done earned it. You done done everything everybody said you couldn't do that you knew you could do. So keep going. Keep getting better and stop throwing damn interceptions. All right?
I'm with you on that. Hey, look, Swag, and we talking about earning, right? I gotta dive into this topic.
Yeah.
People, as soon as the Golden State Warriors won the championship, you know whose name got brought up? Kevin Durant.
KD, bro.
Now, let me ask you this, right?
It made me sick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw your tweet. I just didn't want to reply. I didn't feel like getting into that bar fight. I didn't feel like saying something, and I just didn't feel like it at the moment. I promise you I didn't.
Sometimes we don't.
What you said? Did you see you just know, dog. I promise. Yeah, real talk. Just know. I didn't want to. I was having a peaceful day.
Yes.
This is what I want to ask you. All right, man. Charles Barkley, the great, said something about the old heads and never give KD the respect that he deserves because in their eyes they would never consider him the bus driver. Now, before you answer this damn question or what I'm about to ask you, let me remind you this, okay? Kevin Durant led a team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, to the finals as a young boy. Kevin Durant also just led the USA team to a gold medal. He was the best player on that team. Sound like a damn bus driver to me. Okay, Kev. No, it does. It sounds like he driving the hell out that bus with a lot of students on there, and they made it to school and home safely throughout the whole process. All of a sudden, he wins a Finals MVP and a championship, another Finals MVP and a championship. The fact of the matter is this. I don't think Golden State wins those two championships without Kevin Durant actually being the bus driver. That's just my personal belief. That's just how I feel. But I think it's really, really disrespectful for somebody to say that Kevin Durant, who's in my eyes right now, is a top 15 greatest player of all time. 100%. Because I'm gonna say this to you. Take the great Allen Iverson. We would never, ever, ever, ever disrespect him or say that he wasn't a bus driver while he was playing.
Yeah.
So why would we say the same thing about Kevin Durant? The floor is yours. I just want to know, big homie.
Okay. All right. So, we disagree. Let me say that first. Now, I agree with you when it comes to on the floor. All right.
You saw my bias.
I agree with you when it comes to on the floor, right?
Okay.
And I'm 100% with you. Like Golden State got KD because they looked at LeBron and was like, we ain't gonna be able to beat him in the finals if we don't have something else. That's really why they wanted KD to come over. KD wanted to go. Two things I got, and look, man, I didn't like the move, and I called it. I said it was soft in the beginning, and I've come around a little bit because I have to take KD's word to say he wanted to play that brand of basketball.
Like they recruited them.
Right. They recruited
them too.
But he also wanted to be a part of that system, ball movement, getting movement. Shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that could have been his reasoning. Here's what I'll say though, Perk. And for me, man, it's a double-edged sword because I have so much respect for KD. But when KD went and joined the Warriors, bro, his job got way easier. Like that's the reality of it. Right, like when Bron went to Miami, we attributed Miami's success to LeBron James leading that charge. We got Dwayne Wade on record saying I had to give the reins to LeBron.
Yeah,
for him to be not talking about basketball. I'm talking about leading a lot of things. Right. The other thing is this: when KD, and what made it so bad is that you had a lead in the playoff series. And you didn't get it done, and then you left. Neither here nor there. Every player that this the fight I've been having when we even talk about this with Bron. Bro, every player want to be in a great situation where they got a chance to win a championship. I have never knocked KD for that. Man, go get you a championship. Put that on your resume. But Perk, we can't act like the resume ain't gonna be different when he lead a team. Right? To a chip, not get to the finals. AI got to the finals.
Right.
But we don't have AI is great now, but we don't have AI being the same player as Kevin Durant.
You right.
We don't have him being that type. We don't have him being that type of player, right?
You're right.
You all got mad love for AI. It's almost blasphemous to say that you don't love AI more than every other NBA player ever. But when it comes to playing the game, I'm gonna take KD first to start my team with then AI.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, bro. And I listen to this, and I don't agree. I don't agree with Chuck to the standpoint of all old heads. But when I've listened to a lot of guys talk, and you know this as well as me, different rooms in that Hall of Fame class. Everybody in the Hall of Fame, everybody deserve their respect. But Jordan, Kobe, Bron, Kareem, they in different rooms. Like they bust and they face, they got a different like hall in that whole entire thing. Guess who else done went there?
Oh,
Steph Curry in that hall now. Because this year, Steph Curry led the Golden State to a finals. And was the reason they won. Like there is no doubt that the Warriors ain't winning the championship without Steph Curry playing the way he played.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. And leading them there, KD played with Steph, Clay, and Draymond in a system that already had proven to be a championship system. Fine. Cool. KD legacy though, bro, and how we talk about him, a lot of it is going to be determined by what happens in Brooklyn.
And I'm not knocking that. See, that's why I think you say we disagree, but I really think we agree.
But see, I disagree with you that he'd been the bus driver. He was the bus driver at OKC and got him to the finals, but he didn't get it done.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Swag. In my opinion, reaching the finals is an accomplishment in itself. So no. So what I'm asking you is, this is why I need clarity, right? What is the true definition of a bus driver? Because if that's the case, then, was Charles Barkley a bus driver?
Charles Barkley was a bus driver because he get all the heat for not winning. We don't never say Dan Marley ain't get a championship. We don't never say Kevin Johnson ain't get a championship. And Chuck done sat on that TNT stage and got ripped for not having a championship.
I know, but what I'm asking you is, because he didn't win it all, but was he the bus driver?
He was the bus driver in Phoenix. He was not the bus driver when he went to Houston and tried to win one with Elijah one.
But at some point, KD was the bus driver, though.
No doubt. And he did the same thing Chuck did. Got him to a finals and lost.
Right. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm
what Chuck's saying. Chuck is saying, bro, I did the same thing you did.
Oh.
Now, Chuck is also saying, you know what I could have did? I could have left and went to Chicago, and they would have kept Rodman in Detroit, and I would have just went and played with MJ and Pippen and not been the bus driver. That's his point. KD can be mad about it, and I understand why KD mad about it. But you know as well as I know, okay, that think about this hypothetically, right?
I don't need to think about nothing. You just look.
Okay, you play.
What you just said. Hey, what you just said just that. Oh, look.
You play for a great team. You played for a great team in Boston.
Yeah.
You had 3 Hall of Famers in your starting 5.
Yeah.
You had Paul, you had KG, and you had Ray.
Right.
All right. When they were still in their prime. Okay. Now imagine LeBron going to Boston. After y'all done beat them in a series leading into the finals, and then he say, you know what, I'm gonna go hoop with KG. After y'all won a championship, I'm gonna go play with the Celtics. We would not talk about LeBron like we talk about him today if he did that.
No, you're right.
Now, a lot of people gonna make the argument where he went and played with D Wade and Chris Bosh. D Wade and Chris Bosh were not at the time like the Boston Celtics with Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett.
Well, they had to form together, right?
And it was the system.
It was the system.
Doc, it was you. It was, if you walk into that arena as a star, it's different than when he went to Miami because they needed him to win a championship.
Well, you preaching today.
And they needed him to lead them in winning a championship. I hate when we have this conversation because it feels like you be slighting KD.
No,
I don't feel like that was Barkley intention. I really don't.
No, listen, the way you just broke it down, I understand completely. Like, that's why I had to say, the way you broke it down, I had to, it was. And here's the thing. This is diving into the next conversation that we have in our last conversation. Just because we talk about the tier of, the level of greatness that is going to put you in, it doesn't mean that you're not a great. Okay, so stop with all the BS and all the crazy talk. Just because I go on TV and I say, hey man, Steph Curry really need to win the Finals MVP. The reason I said that is because, hey, how about Perk had Steph Curry ranked number 12 all-time greats in NBA history. And I just wanted him to get the Finals MVP to move up in the rankings.
Or how about this? How about if me and you on the phone, or we at the barbershop, because we literally be in there, and we hear the conversations and we a part of the conversation where it's like, but Steph don't have a Finals MVP yet. I've heard that 1,000 times.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So what you said was crazy to a lot of people because they ain't having conversations with the people in the real world.
Yeah.
To your point.
I'm outside.
We outside. We in jail.
We are outside.
We are talking to other grown men. We got kids run up on us and tell us we wrong about this tape. We got all of that. But we having conversations that people are having and asking us about. Like, hey, bro, we know Steph great. We know Steph that dude. But Steph don't have a finals MVP. All the other dudes y'all talk about as the greatest players have them.
Yeah. Yeah. People and people preaching on it. Look, this is what last thing we got to dive into, then we out. Golden State Warriors, we cannot be haters, okay? We cannot be haters. We always give people their flowers. They did the damn thing, okay? Steph Curry shined like new money, okay? New money, all right? He shined like new money, won Finals MVP, rightfully so. And I just want to give us
that boy shoot that thing from the parking lot, cuz.
Man, it wasn't just a parking lot, man. He had them people out there tap dancing. He had them people tap dancing.
What too? Tap dance. Let me get. Oh, this is what I wanted to remind you of. Manscaped would like to introduce you to their best and biggest ultimate hygiene bundle yet, the Platinum Package 4.0. 4.0. Manscaped is the leader in below-the-waist grooming, and now trust them with the whole shebang. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code SWAGU, SWAGU. The Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0, the one-stop shop for the man who deserves it all. They designed this package to allow you to fully align your entire hygiene routine with elite products. Inside this platinum package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. I'll be needing that nose trimmer. Ultra premium body wash, ultra premium 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner, ultra premium deodorant, crop preserver, anti-chafing deodorant, and the Shed travel bag to hold your goods while traveling. In addition to shaving, you can now completely upgrade your shower routine with the Ultra Premium Body Wash, the Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo plus Conditioner. You'll have your skin and hair feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SWAGU, SWAGU, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with the free shipping at manscaped.com and use code SWAGU. It's time you enjoy the finer things in life and get the platinum package for the below-the-waist grooming needs.
What you got? Oh, boy, that little laugh right there is something. I know it's something coming.
Because I just thought about it. Do you remember? What? Do you remember? I'm being petty now. I'm
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You brought it up. Do you remember when I said Andrew Wiggins was going to give Tatum some problems?
I did.
And everybody was like, you stupid. What the hell are you talking about? I
remember.
That length and that perimeter defense, and he going to force them to play defense on the other end, is going to be an issue.
He did that. And you know what? Let me give you some inside information. So Drew Hanlon, I think his name is, who works out Jason Tatum.
Great basketball trainer.
Guess what? He used to work out Andrew Wiggins before that.
He got
so he had the formula. So when I saw him sitting on Jason Tatum moves and blocking his turnarounds and things of that nature, first thing came to my mind. He had the formula. I seen this movie before.
Bro.
But I was gonna say, bro, like real talk, I was gonna end on this far as my comments. Andrew Wiggins, dog, real talk, was the story of the finals. Steph Curry did his thing. And look, like, when I'm not taking away from nothing Steph Curry did, but Andrew Wiggins was the second best player in the finals, bro.
In the finals, bro.
And I loved every minute of it. He kept his head down. He took a lot of heat. And look, that heat was warranted. He was the number one pick, dog. Like,
it comes with it.
It comes with it. But
come with it.
He bounced back. The culture of the Golden State Warriors embodied him, embraced him, and things to that. He embodied it. and embraced it. And man, I tell you one thing, man. If it was one dude that I was really happy for, it was Andrew Wiggins, dog. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Dude, I was too, bro, because you know how I follow this thing. I know I'm gonna say what was being said about him coming out of Milwaukee. I know what was said. I mean, Minnesota. I know what was said about him, like as far as him being the first overall pick. But to your point, a lot come with that. He was the best player. He was the second best player, and you can make an argument that he was their new Iguodala. That's what I thought about when I saw him.
Well, he was there. Yeah, he was there.
We're going to ask you to defend the best player, and we're going to need you to knock down shots when you get open.
And get to the rack.
Get to the rack. He showed why he was the number one pick.
That's what I'm saying. It was a plug and replace.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes was there for him when they won their first one. KD was there for the next two, and Andrew Wiggins was there for the last one, which goes to, and I'm going to leave you on this. What goes to my point about talking is, this is the point I want to acknowledge. The most important position in the NBA is the wing position.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not talking about the cook wings that the Lakers had this season. Not them wings that's been on the stove all night and left out all night long that you see. I'm talking about I'm talking about them fresh, uncooked wings that's in the sink. That's in the sink. Look, the wing position, bro. If you want to win a championship, you gotta have a good / great wing. All wings. Period.
That's why we're gonna do this on the next podcast, but I gotta have a conversation with you about Bradley Beal and how you see him. But we'll get to that. I don't even want to approach that.
Well, look, this is how we go in it. You know how we always do. Cousins and kin folks, we appreciate it.
Yes.
Swagu, I appreciate you. I love you. Parker,
love you, my brother.
Andrea, my people. Dan, fix your damn face. We back we forgot something.
We gotta also remind them about the family reunion though before we get out of here.
Oh, I was about to tell them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Oh, I'm so excited about it.
I was about to tell them. I was about to tell them all about that.
July 13th in H-Town.
In the H-Town at the Rustic downtown. It's going down. Look, I'm telling you, tickets are going to be gold, okay? I'll tell you that straight. Yeah, they're going to be gold. And we're going to be live in the flesh, and it's going to be, you know what we going to call it? That ain't going to be a family reunion. That right there, that's going to be a kickback.
Y'all come kick back with
that's going to be a kickback. That's going to be the kickback. Love you too, boy.
Hey. July 13th. Houston, Texas, the Rustic, Swagu and Perk will be doing a live podcast show. Y'all tap in. We love y'all. We missed y'all. We're glad to be back. I love you, bro. I'll see you soon.
You know what it is? Hey, Friday, I'm off after Friday. I'm off. I'm telling you, so Monday we back. We'll have a show next week. I'm off. Yeah, straight up. Peace.